Hey, Dan, looking around, I don't know if this looks familiar to you. We've been here before. We're back up here in Upper New York in Adirondack Park. Does that give you anything remind you of that?
I don't recognize the trees. Were we at a different campsite?
Yeah, probably, but I mean, it's a general
Okay, well, that's
vibe,
why I don't
right?
recognize it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You take me to so many places. I've been to so many states at this point. I kind of forget what my home looks like.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, but we still have the same camping pillows. That's
true. They're very musty.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's fine. We'll get.
Yeah, mine stands up on its own.
Yeah, we've gotten used to it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to bring you back up here because we're revisiting just a group of monsters that just, for some reason has turned out to be the most popular of the episodes so far. So we might as well do another part 2 of Fearsome Creatures at the Lumberwoods.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, I'm pumped, man. I love Fearsome Creatures. Awesome.
So last time we talked about 3 of the fiercest of the fearsome creatures. And this time, I'm going to tell you about 3 of the biggest of the fearsome creatures.
Okay. All right, right on. I want some big boys.
So big boys. We'll go from like what I would say the smallest of the big boys to the biggest of the big boys. So
all right, the tiniest giant to the giantest giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
I'm looking forward to doing this because man, I love these books. So
I don't have seatbelts on my camping chair, but I'm about to sew one on, dude. I'm ready. I'm chomping at the bit. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? You paid for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
It's Greg's Cryptid Corner, where mysteries abound. Bigfoot, Mothman, monsters, let's see what we found.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Greg's Cryptid Corner, a podcast about monsters for weirdos. I'm your host, Greg, and I'm joined today once again by special guest Dan. Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I love being a guest on your podcast, dude. It's nice. I am not an expert in cryptids, but I'm so glad that I know an expert in cryptids who can educate me and teach me. Hi, everybody. My name's Dan, and I don't know what to say. How do I introduce myself? I like pasta. I usually put hot sauce on it, and
I'm an alcoholic. You're supposed to say that. We already know that.
Yeah, and I like it when Greg tells you stories. It's really fun. So I'm excited for more Fearsome Creatures, dude.
Yeah, I think this will be a good one because we talked a lot of fearsome. Like the main part was to do 3 of them in the last episode, but I just kept dropping them. I kept dropping more and more, and I regret it now because I used up too many. Like the cactus cat. I can't do an episode on the cactus cat anymore.
Well, maybe we could dedicate a whole episode to just the prickliest feline. I want that one day.
One day, but today we're going to talk about 3. Do you think
the cactus cat just dives into the pond and just rolls around on the fish, and then it comes walking out of there all proud of itself with just fish sticking off of it?
Well, he's got that bone knife in his arm that he cuts open cactuses and gets drunk. Remember?
Oh, that's right, the drunk cat. Oh, I was imagining a cute cat that had spines.
Yeah, well, he kind of does. Yeah, and it's okay. Right. You know what? We'll come back to him. He's forgettable enough that you've already forgotten what he was. But today, I'm going to tell you about 3 of the big ones, and we're going to start with the Snoligoster, not to be confused with the Snallygaster.
Wait, so it's like Snol, S-N-O, Snollygoster, G-O-S?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is different from the Snallygaster.
It's very different.
Okay. Is it a regional difference, like an accent?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. He's a completely different creature, but that's gonna be number 1. He's he's pretty big, but he's low to the ground, so he's gonna be number 1 of the big boys of the Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods, Part 2. Greg's we're doing it again.
Copyright Greg's Cryptid Corner.
So down in the swamps near Lake Okeechobee, Florida, lives the Snollygoster. It's described as a massive reptilian monster something like a crocodile, but way weirder. Its body is covered with long, glossy fur, and the Snoligoster has no arms or legs. Instead, it moves with its tail, which has 3 bony plates on the tip, resembling and acting as a propeller.
What?
On its back is a long, sharp spike. Using its tail, it knocks its victim into the air and onto the spike, where it can keep several humans kind of layered there. And humans are its favorite meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the least of the 3?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm literally holding my face right now. I'm trying to picture this thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so it's like a crocodile, but it's actually a snake. But it's not like a snake because it has a helicopter on its back, and there's a spike that it uses its tail to impale people on to make human shish kebabs?
Basically, yeah. So it's I say it's the smallest because it's pretty close to the ground, but it can grow to a length of 30 to 40 feet.
Oh my God.
So it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got several humans on his back. From there, he'll create a hole in the mud with its propeller tail. He'll flop the dead human down into it, where he'll take his tail and beat the dead body into a pulp and then inhale the paste.
Okay, and then it snorts them.
Yeah.
And then it does a line of me. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
when the humans are impaled on the back, do they like wail and moan? Can you like hear it through the woods?
If they're not dead, yeah. So,
and this is in like marshlands, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Now, remember when we talked about the Snoligoster a few episodes back and its racist history?
Yeah. Not the same as the Snoligoster.
No, but if you read the Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwoods book, there's a little too much racism in this Snoligoster section, and I don't
really.
Like it. Yeah,
who against?
It's escaped slaves.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so it's more of that legacy of cryptids are actually not thought police; they're thoughts that are put in your head for you to police yourself with.
Yeah,
is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a story about like a plantation owner was searching for an escaped slave and found it like on the spike of one of the Snoligosters, and he just left it alone. He didn't want anything to do with that. So
yes, so a slave escaped a plantation, went into the woods, and then the slave owner just cared so much about the well-being of his slave that he was just devastated when he found him dead and mutilated, that he definitely didn't do that. It was definitely the Snoligoster, which definitely isn't that other monster that you might have heard of. It's one that it's a new one that I came up with. It's called the Snoligoster.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they did mean Snoligoster, but it was just like this. Does Florida have an accent? Because just like, would you pronounce Snoligoster wrong? And it's the Snoligoster.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know?
They were so methed out that that's just what they heard.
Yeah.
No, I kind of like the idea of he's a guilty as hell slave owner who's already a bad person. You own people's property. That's shitty. You're a bad person.
I agree.
But then he's like, no, it wasn't Bigfoot that did it. It was bag fat. You know?
They would blame the skunk ape down in Florida. Come on.
I'm sorry.
They got their own Bigfoot. But yeah, so that's the Snoligoster. Like I said, 30 to 40 feet. He's a long boy. He's a long boy, but he's near the ground. So now we're going to move from Florida, and we're heading up to the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, where another great creature called the Hugag lives.
Nice. I like Hugag. It sounds like a Doctor Who creature.
Yeah, Hugag. The Hugag is certainly less scary and mean than the Snoligoster. But what it lacks in ferocity, it makes up for in cute awkwardness.
Okay.
So the Hugag looks like a big moose. If you think of a moose, from hoof to shoulder, it stands anywhere between 14 and 20 feet tall.
Whoa! Yeah, big.
I love your reactions to things. That's
Sorry.
a big moose.
That's a big moose. 20 feet tall. I'm on the second story of my house right now. I'm sorry. No, I'm in the woods by a campfire. I'm so sorry. 20 feet tall. That's like 2 stories tall.
That's a big, it's a big moose. Yeah.
That's a big ass moose.
Yeah.
God damn. Does it have antlers?
It has, we'll get there. It has a long, drooping snout, which kind of makes it difficult for it to eat. Because it's basically, if you think of droopy dog, but it's just the whole front of his face. He's got shaggy hair, and he's got little knobby antlers.
Okay, cute. Like that. I like that.
But what sets it apart from just a regular giant moose is its jacked up legs. So the Hugag doesn't have joints in his legs, so it can't bend its knees, it can't kneel down, and it can't lie down. So to rest, it has to lean against trees, often causing them to break or become like skewed. You know?
Oh, that's cute. I like that. This is okay. So this is like another one of those woodland stories where it's like, oh, how'd that tree get that way? And he's like, what? Who got what way? Who dat? Oh, that was the Hugag.
The Hugag, yeah. So anytime you found trees that were leaning weird, it was because the Hugag was resting on it because it couldn't lay down. So, but the problem was, if a tree fell while the Hugag was leaning on it, he could do nothing about it as it fell to the ground. So this was a way that lumberjacks kind of learned how to catch Hugags. If they cut a tree in just enough that it was still standing, but any amount of pressure against it could make it fall, so that anytime a Hugag might lean on it, boom, it falls down, he's helpless, and he gets captured by the lumberjacks.
And that's why when you go to the museum in Washington, D.C., there's a collection of Hugag skeletons. You could learn about the animal there.
Yeah. Now they probably, ate the bones.
That makes sense. I mean, wait, I'm not hating on that. I love this story. Okay, so far this is my favorite one. I like the design of the last creature, but I'm going to take away marks for it being an obvious copycat from the other racist one. I'm going to stop calling these stories racist. I mean, just about every story has racist underpinnings. It's America.
There's bias in everything.
Yeah. Not just bias, but yeah. The slave owners sure were biased. No, but the Hugag's pretty dope. I like the. I'm having a hard time picturing this boy's face. Could you please tell me a little bit about his face again?
Yeah, so he looks. If you picture a moose and then picture like it's snout,
moose is already silly looking. Looking. Yeah.
So the face itself, the nose, the lips, it's very like droopy. It hangs really far down. Its lips are probably, if let's say, 2 feet below his eyes.
Yes.
If he's 20 feet tall, his lips are hanging real far down. So to like eat leaves, it's very difficult. So he mostly ate tree bark because it was easier to get to.
Okay. All right, that's pretty cool. I like the Hugag. Would it sound like a whoopee cushion because of all the loose skin on its face?
Maybe.
Or like a cartoon. Yeah, or like a cartoon snoring. The like wee. But that's just how he breathes.
I hope so. There was the Fearsome Creatures of Lumberwoods book didn't describe how he sounded, but I will say yes, that's exactly how he sounded.
Interesting.
It's adorable.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I like that one. It's a big old moose.
He's
a 20-foot tall moose.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I like him. And then our final big boy. He can be found in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, drinking down some Coors Light. He's known as the Slide Rock Bolter, which is essentially a small-eyed, big-mouthed land whale. Thought to be upwards of 100 feet long.
Wow.
It's a big, long land whale.
Yeah, kind of hard to miss.
Well, there is a reason you miss him. So he spends most of his time at the tops of mountains, hills, or valleys, using its tail, which is like a divided flipper tail, to hold on to the land. And he waits for days at a time until it spots tourists walking below. So from there, he uses the drool from his mouth as basically like slip and slide lube to barrel down the mountain, scooping up and eating the tourists. Now, there was something I read where mostly he stays around like 45 degree like hills so that he can slide down the hill and his momentum will drive him up the other side of the hill, like the valley.
He turns the valley into like a half pipe.
Yeah,
he does like basically a sweet trick and kills tourists.
Yeah, he's the Tony Hawk of cryptids.
Of massive whale cryptids.
Yeah, he's Slide Rock Bolter. He should be Slide Rock Bam Margera. He was a skater.
Got it. Landed that one. So the bolter he's like blended into the mountain, right? So does he have like rock? Like, are there trees growing off its back because it's stationary for so long, or is this thing constantly moving?
It's just constantly. Well, he stays still long enough. So one of the things that happens when he obviously, as he slides down the mountain, he's destroying all the forest near him. So that probably, if he had stuff growing on him, would probably tear off at that point. All the descriptions that I saw basically were just he was a drooly land whale.
If I was a kid walking through the mountains, and I've hiked mountains before where you see like the scars of rock slides. I don't think people understand, or maybe they do now that we've all like seen cell phone footage of rock slides like taking out whole towns and stuff like that. But like rock slides are no joke. They will decimate a landscape. They're nuts. I could imagine being like a little kid hiking through the woods, seeing a scar where a rock slide was, and having like an older brother or like a drunk uncle or something be like, "Oh yeah, big whale did that. There's a big whale that lives up here."
Yeah.
And if you're not careful, he'll slide down here and gobble you up. That's what happened to old Larry.
Yeah, you always got to keep your eyes open.
I would believe him. I would totally believe him. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because that did happen.
Yeah, clearly. Definitely. No, that's cool. That's dope.
Now, the Fearsome Creatures book does tell the story of a park ranger who basically was fed up with the slide rock bolter eating his tourists and destroying his forests, that he loaded up a dummy with explosives and draw in the slide rock bolter, causing it to eat it and explode.
Why do humans always try to blow up whales? It just makes a mess.
Yeah, even land whales were blown up.
You gotta stop.
Yeah, basically, and I think the book said like it fed like the buzzards and the birds in the areas for months. Like that's fun. That's fun.
That's pretty cool. It just looks like a whale though. There's no like cool face, or does it have like man's face? Was it incestuous at some point?
No, that's too big of an incestual demon. No, the only kind of description outside that I gave, like besides that I gave you, was that its mouth was kind of like a sculpin's mouth.
Okay,
like the fish, where it's kind of like it goes really far back. Okay, so it's kind of like the Joker of cryptids.
Nice, that's great. That's awesome. Okay,
but that's about it description wise. But I just love the idea of just this big whale chilling at the top of a mountain for days, just going, I'm waiting for my shot. You only get one chance. Do not miss your chance to mouth lube your way down a hill and then eat mom's spaghetti.
I do like that it's discerning enough to just go for tourists. If it's a local drunk walking a trail, it's like, I know that guy. Yo, what's up? Like they're like fin to fist bump or whatever while they're walking by. Yo, what's up?
Yeah.
Yo, it's the bolter. It's cool. But then if it's a tourist, like maybe he's got, those annoying hikers that walk around with like Bluetooth boom boxes and disturb the peace with their goddamn music. That's who I like to imagine my bolter eating.
Yeah.
It's a loud hiker.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, don't be loud in the woods. Let nature be loud.
Unless you have bear bells. I understand. That's fine.
There are reasons to have to be loud, but you're not all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. Yeah, I don't want to hear Christina Aguilera when I'm trying to experience nature in all of its majesty.
I would rather hear that than have to hear myself wheezing as I'm dying trying to get up a small hill, because I'm very out of shape and I'm wearing probably like skate shoes because that's what I wear at 41, and cargo shorts, keeping granola bars so you could hear all the packaging rustling around. I shouldn't hike is what I'm saying.
I mean, you do get to eat M&Ms and raisins and peanuts.
Gorp, that's pretty good
for days. Yeah, Gorp's awesome.
I do think like sport wise, hiking pretty rad. You get to eat candy for energy. Bowling because you can drink while doing it and it's socially acceptable.
Great. Totally.
Yeah, those are my kind of sports. Even though
there should be a bowling cryptid that has like little teeth in all three of the holes.
Oh my god,
yeah,
that's terrible. Cool. It's wait, what? So
Bolata dentata is what it's called.
I feel like that would just be some sort of demon being passed around. It's not necessarily a cryptid.
It's not a cryptid.
How is it getting to where it's going to...
I don't want to talk about a bowling demon. Okay, I want to rank these three cryptids. Okay. I know we don't usually do this. I'm sorry. I brought up a bowling ball demon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but all right. So you want to... So do you want to compare them with... You want to do all 6 fearsome creatures?
Oh, I don't have the memory for that, Craig. You know me.
We got the hide behind. We got the
I remember the hide behind. That was
whirling
creepy.
Wimpus and the agropelter.
Okay, whirling
And
Wimpus
now you got
spins around and pulverizes people.
Yeah.
Agropelter throws tree limbs at people.
Yeah, and the
now
hide behind is like a creepy stalker that eats your intestines.
That one's terrifying. Okay, so maybe the rank should be scariest to least scariest.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
If that's
scariest.
You're the one that wants to rank them however you want.
I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so hide behind, terrifying. However, if I don't acknowledge it, it doesn't attack me.
Well, not necessarily. It waits for you to be alone, then it will sneak up and eat your intestines.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a weeping angel. Like you don't have to like
Okay.
the opposite of a weeping angel.
Damn. Well, that complicates things. Because the not Snoligoster, the Snoligoster, that description's that's nightmare fuel.
It's
a
it is
crocodile,
terrifying.
snake, human shish kebab, cocaine snorter, human coke snorter. That's wild. That might be the craziest description of a cryptid I've heard from you so far on this podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of like a narwhal, but way worse.
But like death metal, death metal narwhal.
Yeah.
That might be the one that freaks me out the most. I don't like that. What about for you? What's the one you least want to encounter?
Yeah, the hide behind. Hide behind's terrifying to me. I want to be best friends with a Hugag.
Oh yeah. That's the last on the list for sure.
Yeah.
Hugag's dope. I would build him like a really rigid wall, and he could just hang out with me.
Nice.
Does he's like moose fur, right? I would like brush him.
Yeah, he's got shaggy hair.
Pet him.
Yeah.
He'd probably be warm.
Oh my God! If you're ever cold, you can cut him open and live inside him like a tauntaun, if need be.
If he consents, then yes, I will cut him open and I'll crawl up
if
inside
he
him.
dies first and it's cold or just a little chilly, you've got a 2-story apartment inside this monster.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe like like exposed wood beams in the ceilings of log cabins. It would just be his rib cage. You walk in my house and there's just a rib cage over there.
Beautiful. And then people go, "Oh, who did your work here?
And
this
what is that
beautiful."
smell?
And also, everything is red and sticky.
Yeah.
I
mean, then I think for me, it would probably be the Whirling Wimpus next for scariest. After those two, then Whirling Wimpus, then Agropelter, then the Bolter, then I know it's a Hugag.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be the Hugag. I keep wanting to say Whodat, like who's knocking on my door. Whodat? It's a big ass moose. That's who that is.
And I love you.
Yeah, and I love him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you're now getting a big picture of the fearsome creatures.
Yeah,
there's more to
I love
come.
these, man. There's more? Awesome. I can't wait for part 3.
Yeah. Not today, but yeah, another day. When
so inventive.
When I don't have a ton of time to do research on just a single cryptid, we'll just do fearsome creatures because it's a little easier.
I'm not
just
complaining,
one
dude.
book. Yeah.
It's so creative. It's so creative. I love it. Like really, it's
stuff.
so charming. It's so charming. And like I don't know about you. I know that you genuinely, and I respect this, genuinely sincerely believe in a lot of the cryptids we talk about. I do not get the pretense from this hearing you describe the creatures in this book that the author of this book is really trying all that hard to convince us that they're real.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. No. I mean,
Okay.
each creature has almost exactly one page on it with a drawing on another page. So
love it.
This is more of like you could look at it as a field study guide on these creatures of the Lumberwoods, or you could look at it as like a Roald Dahl kind of Dr. Seuss like creature book. You know what I mean?
Grimm's fairy tales for drunk loggers.
Yeah. So it regardless of how you want to look at it, it's fun either way.
Yeah,
So
it's awesome. I really appreciate,
Yeah.
like sincerely, I really appreciate these. These are really clever and fun. And that's awesome, dude.
They're
Thank
just silly monsters. And this time we looked at big boys, and maybe next time we'll look at little boys. That sounds wrong. We'll look at little creatures. So that was episode 20, I think, of
Ooh.
Greg's Cryptid Corner. So
Fearsome Creatures Part 2, baby.
we don't have any new reviews as of recording, but we've had so many good ones. And if you want to hear your review read out or comment on what's it called, Spotify, Leave one there. Give us 5 stars over there and 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and you can leave a review. That's where I check mostly, but I am trying to go through at least like the most recent 4 or 5 episodes to see if anybody's put anything in there. So if you put something on episode 1, I'm not going to see it because it's so long away. I have to scroll too far.
His finger gets tired.
Yeah, my fingies. But you can follow us on Instagram at Greg's Cryptid Corner, all one word. We post stuff about the show. I want to get better at it. I want to start doing more cryptid focused things, not just cryptid show focused things. But I don't know how to do social media, and I'm very uncomfortable with the internet.
Yeah, you're probably right to be. It's fine. We love you anyway.
Thanks. But as always, I'm Squonk. You're Squonk. Go Birds. Thanks for listening.
Yay.
Dan, so a Hugag. Adorable.
Yeah. I guess when a Hugag gives birth, that thing must drop 8 feet to the ground, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it's got to land on its feet. And if it doesn't, it's survival of the fittest. You're never getting that bad boy up.
But I would love a Hugag. Honestly, I think I could understand if, weird snake people.
Yeah.
I love weird people. I'm not calling that's not derogatory, but weird snake people. I think one of them would probably want and love a Snoligoster.
Okay, so when you said weird snake person, I thought it was a snake person, not a person that owns snakes. Is that
no?
What
I was thinking about the Tiger King, but for snakes.
Gotcha.
I know there are
a person
there are
super
legions.
into snakes.
Yeah. They would probably love the Snoligoster.
Oh yeah.